Well, Paddy, biggest fight of your career, biggest performance, best performance that we've seen from you so far. What sort of emotions are you feeling right now?
Paddy Pimblett starts the interview by expressing his elation after what he calls the biggest and best performance of his career. He's over the moon about the win and says he's proven all his doubters wrong. Leading up to the fight, many questioned whether his striking could hold up against a seasoned fighter like Michael Chandler. But Pimblett was confident and set out to prove everyone wrong. He reflects on how Chandler was the one shooting for takedowns, while Pimblett was dominating the stand-up game. Pimblett credits his team's brilliant game planning as a key factor in his victory. He emphasizes that he and his team have the best fight IQ in the sport, likening their preparation to that of John Jones. He knew that his striking was superior to Chandler's, and that was the focus of his preparation for the fight. The plan was to keep Chandler at the end of his jab and outstrike him. Pimblett also knew that Chandler would attempt to clinch and take him down, but he was confident he could defend the takedowns. In fact, he was surprised when Chandler managed to get him down once or twice, admitting that it wasn't something he expected. Nonetheless, Pimblett handled the situation well and stuck to his strategy. Pimblett describes how he handled the fight in the later rounds. When he knew Chandler was getting tired in the third round, he decided to go for the finish. However, he was cautious of Chandler's dangerous unpredictability, especially when wounded, so he chose to take the fight to the ground. Pimblett took advantage of his grappling skills, got into the mount position, and followed through on his pre-fight prediction. He promised that if he got to the top position, he'd elbow Chandler until the fight was over. And that's exactly what happened. Pimblett's strategic approach and his ability to execute his game plan flawlessly were key in his victory. Reflecting on his journey in the UFC, Pimblett feels that he's now just one fight away from a title shot. He names potential opponents like Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, and Arman Tsarukyan, claiming that defeating any of them would earn him a title shot. Pimblett is focused on the ultimate goal of winning the belt, but he remains confident that his current trajectory in the division is right where it needs to be. Despite the victory, Pimblett is aware that some people will still downplay his achievements, pointing out that many thought he'd be knocked out by Chandler before the fight. Instead, he TKO'd Chandler and left his face a bloody mess. When asked how he plans to celebrate the win, Pimblett humorously mentions wanting a Cuban sandwich and a relaxing time on a yacht with a drink in hand. He also plans to watch Liverpool play against West Ham the next day, showing his love for both his sport and his football team. With his victory in the bag, Pimblett is ready to enjoy some downtime before turning his attention back to the road to the title. In conclusion, this interview shows Pimblett's confidence, strategic thinking, and clear ambitions to reach the top of the lightweight division. His victory over Chandler further solidifies his place as one of the most promising fighters in the UFC.